Planning a trip to the Holy Land in 2025? Well, you've come to the right place because I'm sharing everything you need to know on how to prep for this once-in-a-lifetime trip to Jerusalem. As one of the oldest cities in the world, Jerusalem has existed for over 5,000 years, and its origins date back to around 4000 BCE during the early Bronze Age. So you can imagine how rich the history, culture, and religion are here. Before anything else, let's talk about our 8th spot: visa requirements. While travelers from the United States, Canada, Australia, the UK, and EU countries usually don't need a visa, starting January 1st, 2025, they'll need an ETA-IL, also known as Electronic Travel Authorization. This already applies to US and German passport holders since June 1st, 2024. For some countries, like Afghanistan, Bahrain, and others in the Arab world, visitors will need prior approval from the Israeli government before getting a tourist visa. To see if you'll need an ETA-IL or a visa, just check the website for the latest details. Moving on to the 7th spot, let's talk about your expenses. How much does a trip to Israel cost? From your flights and accommodations to tour guides, excursions, transportation, and daily food budget, expect around $2,500 to $3,500 per person for 10 days in Jerusalem. Let me break it down for you. The estimated round-trip flight to Israel is around $800 to $1,200 if you're coming from any major US city. If you want to cut down on costs, try to book 2 to 3 months in advance. That's usually when the fares are cheapest. Oh, and opt for layovers since direct flights tend to be more expensive. Then, hotels are around $20 for a dorm bed to $150 per night for mid-range hotels. If you're looking to book more luxurious accommodation, expect to pay a few $100s more. Food in Jerusalem is generally budget-friendly, offering a mix of traditional Middle Eastern flavors and international options. Street food can be found for around $5, while a sit-down meal at a restaurant averages about $30. In terms of the tours and excursions, of course, DIY activities are cheaper since you only have to pay for the entrance fees. And the price for visiting historical and religious sites like the Western Wall, the Dome of the Rock, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre ranges from $5 to $20 per person. However, if you plan on booking a private tour, the price can range from around $100 to $600 per person. It all depends on the inclusions of the packages. When it comes to getting around, you can either get a private car for about $60 to $90 per day, or take public transportation like a bus, light rail, and taxi for about $2 to $12. Coming in at number 6, let's dive into the city's abundant culture. Jerusalem is a pretty traditional travel destination, and you'll see a lot of classical elements in its music, performing arts, nightlife, and markets. So, here's where you can go to soak it all in. The Jerusalem Center for the Performing Arts, located in the German colony, is the city's cultural hub, hosting over 150 events yearly. Its Henry Crown Symphony Hall is home to the Jerusalem Symphony Orchestra, and the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra holds the world's highest per capita season ticket subscriptions. For theater lovers, the Khan Theater is a favorite, offering a mix of Israeli and international plays in Hebrew, with creative flair. For experimental theater, check out the Habima Theater's unique productions. Cinema fans will appreciate the Jerusalem Film Center, where the Cinematheque screens everything from indie films to world cinema, with 2 trendy cinemas, Ray Chen and Gigi Gill, for more mainstream options. And don't miss Mahane Yehuda Market's street art. It's an open-air gallery that's only visible on Saturdays when the shutters close, revealing vibrant murals. Plus, Jerusalem's art galleries offer plenty of visual inspiration around the city. Whether you're vibing to an orchestra, catching an indie film, or exploring hidden murals, the city invites you to jump right into its artistic heartbeat. If you want to maximize your trip to the Holy Land, you need to familiarize yourself with what's on our number 5 spot: the Jewish calendar. There are 2 calendars. The first one is the Gregorian calendar, which runs from January to December. The second is the Jewish calendar, which starts in September and October. And as a traveler, you need to know this for a few reasons. In Jerusalem, they follow the Jewish calendar for public holidays. So, when you visit the city during the holidays, expect no public transportation, higher prices, and closed shops. Border control may also be a little stricter on these days, especially if you plan to go to any of the religious landmarks. So, what are the Jewish holidays? Here's a quick list. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, marks the start of the year and usually falls in September. 10 days later is Yom Kippur, known as the Day of Atonement, which is considered the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. On this day, people seek forgiveness from God and reconciliation with those they've wronged. Israel comes to a complete standstill. This means no planes land, shops close, car shares stay off the road, there's no TV broadcast, and even food service halts in hotels. Next is Hanukkah, celebrated over 8 days, commemorating the rededication of the Second Temple during the Maccabean Revolt in 164 BC. Each night, a candle is lit on a 9-branched candelabrum, adding one each day until all are lit on the final evening. The Jewish calendar concludes with Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, commemorating the destruction of the two temples, first by the Babylonians in 586 BCE and then by the Romans in 70 CE. This day is marked by fasting in remembrance of these losses. The temples were central to the Jewish faith, and today, prayers replace the sacrifices that were once made in the temples. By knowing these significant holidays, you can better plan your activities, dodge unexpected closures, and make the most of your experience. Now, at number 4, before you pack your bags, you need to know what to wear in Jerusalem. As a heavily religious country, modest clothing is a must. This means shorts and sleeveless tees are out of the question. Instead, replace them with long pants, or at the very least, long shorts for men and for women, tops that cover the collarbone and sleeves that go down to the elbow. Then for bottoms, long skirts and loose-fitting pants. Skinny jeans or anything that stick to your legs are a big no-no. A headscarf is not necessary, but it's good to pack a shawl or a scarf in your bag in case an attraction has stricter rules that require more cover-up. Oh, and make sure it's not transparent. In case you can't handle these requirements because it's too hot, here's a little tip. Invest in breathable fabrics, such as cotton, nylon, and polyester, rayon, and linen. At number 3, let's take our taste buds on a tour of Jerusalem's local cuisine. Jerusalem may be famous for its iconic architecture and religious sites, but its food scene deserves just as much attention. Beyond traditional Israeli flavors, you'll find culinary influences from North Africa, the Mediterranean, and the Middle East, creating a unique fusion of tastes. Now, let's take a look at some of Jerusalem's must-try specialties. Hummus. We all know and love hummus, but tasting it here, where it all began, is a whole new experience. Head to Abu Shukri near the mosque, Ben Sira Hummus on Ben Sira Street, or Arisha Sabich on Agrippa Street for an authentic taste. Falafel. Did you know that falafel is Israel's national dish? As such, it's one of the most popular street foods in the country. It tastes amazing when paired with deep-fried fritters, trust me. So head over to Shalom Falafel at Betzel El Street, Falafel Brothers Levi at Hatut Street, or Pisgat HaFalafel at Ben Yehuda to get your falafel fix. Bagel, also known as Jerusalem Bagel, these are treats that you can't miss out on. They are airy, baked sweetbread with seeds on top and moist dough. For some of the best bagels, stop by Sam's Bagels on Ben Yehuda or Bagel Cafe on Emek Rephaim Street. Shakshuka. This is a Maghrebi dish of poached eggs and tomato sauce with goat cheese, eggplants, and sometimes even sausage. It is a popular Israeli breakfast meal, but it is often enjoyed during other times of the day. Order it from Cafe Yehoshua at Aza Street, Coffee Nadi at Hillel Street, or Cafe Ella at Harav Herzog Street. These are only a couple of my top picks, but feel free to wander the streets of Jerusalem and discover more local dishes during your culinary adventures. At number 2, let's check out the must-visit attractions in Jerusalem. The Old City is where you'll find Jerusalem's most iconic sites, including the Western Wall, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and Temple Mount. Originally built by King David in 1004 BC, this walled area has 4 distinct quarters: the Jewish quarter, the Muslim quarter, the Christian quarter, and the Armenian quarter. Each quarter has its own atmosphere, with religious sites, unique shops, and food that reflect its cultural heritage. The ancient stone pathways and plazas also create a unique setting where these different cultures mix, making it a truly eclectic experience. The Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall or the Kotel, is a deeply significant site for the Jewish faith. This wall is a remnant of King Herod's second temple, dating back to the 1st century BC. Every year, millions of pilgrims, Jewish and non-Jewish alike, visit the wall to pray, often tucking written wishes into its cracks, hoping they'll be answered. The wall's most visited area, measuring 187 feet long, is accessible via the Prayer Plaza and has designated sections for men and women. The Israel Museum, founded in 1968, is Israel's largest cultural institution and one of the world's top art and archaeology museums. Spanning 20 acres, the museum is home to approximately 500,000 artifacts, from contemporary sculptures to ancient treasures. Many visitors come specifically for the Dead Sea Scrolls, a collection of 972 texts dating from 150 to 70 BC. These historic scrolls are displayed in the Shrine of the Book, an underground gallery capped by a unique white domed structure. You're almost ready for a trip of a lifetime, but before you book a flight, there's one more thing you need to consider, and that's going to be revealed in just a sec. In the meantime, what are you most excited to see in Jerusalem? Let me know in the comments section below. Now, are you ready to see what's at the top of our list? At number 1, let's talk about safety. Jerusalem often gets a lot of bad press, and it's easy to be put off by sensationalized TV reports. But rest assured, it's generally very safe to travel here. Israel has years of experience managing security concerns, and you'll notice added precautions in public areas. Of course, it's always wise to stay vigilant and be responsible for your own safety. If you're traveling solo, consider booking a full tour package with hotel accommodations, guides, and attractions included. Not only will you feel supported, but you'll also have experts on hand if you need assistance along the way. Jerusalem is a place that merges ancient history with a lively culture, offering everything from breathtaking landmarks and mouth-watering cuisine to immersive experiences you won't find anywhere else. So, as you plan your trip, remember these highlights to make the most of your adventure in this extraordinary city. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this next one.